Hello lovers and friends, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Eosayemi. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome, and if it's not, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. In today's video, we're going to be doing an everyday makeup tutorial, but switched up a little bit. We're going to be using two new products, which is going to be this Huda Beauty Nude Rich eyeshadow palette and also this Fentybeauty bronzer in the shade Thick Mint. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. On my day-to-day basis, since I actually work from home, 99% of the time I actually don't wear makeup at all. Maybe a little spot conceal here and there, eyebrow if I need to, and some mascara. For today's video, we are going to be doing what I would actually wear to work, kind of making it full coverage, just a little bit. I'm not a full coverage kind of girl, but I've been dying to try this Juvia's Place foundation for the longest, so I thought why not just incorporate it into today's video and, you know, do all of that. So let's just pretend and imagine that I'll be wearing this to work. So first things first, I'll be going with a primer, and I'll be using the Fentybeauty primer in this video, and this is the mattifying primer. And then before we go any further, I'll actually then set my eyebrows. So I like to then go in with my NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel. Yes, eyebrow gel. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. I'll just brush my eyebrows in the direction that I want, and it's usually in an upwards position. And I'll typically just let this dry while I go on and finish the rest of my face. And honestly, I find that actually setting my eyebrows before actually putting on my eyebrow products really helps my eyebrows, because I have extremely oily eyebrows. Like, if you can tell, I have an oily combination face, so my eyebrows are also extremely oily. So usually when I try to go on with just the eyebrow pencil, it really doesn't stay on for as long as I want it to. So setting my eyebrows first before going on, and then putting on my eyebrow products, and then setting it after really locks it in, and that way it doesn't move, it doesn't budge, and it stays on pretty much all day. So next, I'll be using this Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Famaly. I'm just putting just a little bit of that on the back of my hand. First impression, I'm actually loving this foundation because it's a mattifying foundation and also somewhat medium to full coverage. I was thinking it was going to actually look extremely cakey, and honestly it does not. And mind you, I color matched myself online. I did not pick this up from in stores, and I'm actually quite impressed with how I did. This looks exactly like my skin, and that is one thing I love. I love when foundations look exactly like my skin and it looks like I have nothing on. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. I am loving this. This is extremely gorgeous. I honestly do not understand the reason why it took me this long to go over to Juvia's Place and place this order, because this is giving life. So next, I'm going in with the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade number 5. Okay, so on first impressions with this concealer, I am absolutely loving it. It's not creasing into my fine lines under my eyes or even on my eyelids, because I have hooded eyes, so I'm always worried about concealers setting into my eyelids when it comes to concealers in general, and it's not doing any of that. So it's like really good. It is honestly gorgeous. So I'm not sure if there's also a mattifying concealer. I can probably Google it right now and let y'all know, but I'm too lazy for that. But I'm not sure if it's a mattifying concealer, because I obviously do have the concealer in the shade number 1, which I use to contour. I love this to contour, but I haven't used it anywhere else under my eye, and it fits perfectly. This is, oh my goodness. So I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly set this, even though honestly I don't need to, because again, it hasn't set in into any of my fine lines. I'm over here like, okay, it hasn't set into any of my fine lines, but I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier powder in the shade Translucent Honey, and just taking just a little bit of that powder with my fluffy, whatever this is called, and just taking some of that powder. I'm just gonna set, and then to contour my face, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Juvia's Place concealer in the shade number 1. Alrighty, so by letting this set for a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty eyeshadow today, and I just got this. It's in the shade Nude, that's kind of been like my go-to makeup as of late. Anyways, either using a bronzer as my eyeshadow or a concealer, not using any eyeshadow at all. But I saw this when I walked into Sephora, and I was like, I have to get this, such a pretty color. So I'm gonna be starting off with, oh, this kind of tricky. There's so many gorgeous colors in here. So I'm going to be using the middle shade over here. Honestly, I feel like I haven't used eyeshadow in such a long time. Like, I'm not even a big fan of eyeshadow in general anymore. Okay, so next I'm then gonna go into the darkest shade over here. And I'm gonna use that just to darken the outside corners. Was this video supposed to be a video on work makeup? Well, now it's not anymore because I would not wear this to work because it has a lot going on now. Wow, look at me. I'm always like, I'll do this video but then get carried away and do something else. Okay, so then for my inner corner, I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade right over here. It's a very pretty rose gold pinkish color. All right, yeah, this is a very gorgeous color. Oh my goodness, wow, okay. This is amazing. I'm absolutely obsessed with this eyeshadow look right now. Wow, it's, who am I right now? I feel like this is a look. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a look. It's a look. It's a look. Okay, so next I'm gonna be trying out the Fentybeauty bronzer in the shade Thick Mint. Now this is a brand new bronzer that literally just came out, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. I absolutely have no idea why it wasn't popularized the way the other bronzers were, but this just came out like 2 weeks ago, and this is meant to be for us dark-skinned women, because Mocha Mami is not it for us, because Mocha Mami will not show up on my skin. Okay, so Fenty Skin or Fentybeauty, actually both, they've stayed taking my coins for me. Like, I think right now I'm actually a bronzer-aholic. I'm looking for that one staple go-to bronzer. I think I found it in my Mented bronzer. I'm actually going to compare to the Fentybeauty one. Ooh, I think Fenty came close, but Mented definitely has a bit. Okay, so these are the two bronzers side by side. This is the Fentybeauty one, and this is the Mented Out of Office one. And you can definitely see that the Mented Out of Office one is a lot richer and deeper and darker than the Fentybeauty Thick Mint one. This is the Makeup Evolution bronzer in the shade Deep Dark. And then I also have this one, the Makeup Evolution bronzer in the shade Deep. Somewhat close in color, which kind of worries me a little bit with this two right now. And then I also have my Morphe bronzer, which I absolutely love. So this is the Morphe bronzer in the shade Supreme. Again, somewhat similar and close in color. And then last but not least, I have the Morphe bronzer in the shade Leader, which obviously, as you can tell, this one is a lot more cooler than this one. So yeah, let's try this bad boy out and let's see what this is all about. So taking that on my foundation brush, and then I'm just gonna honestly, I don't think anything is happening right now. I think the Juvia's Place concealer is definitely outshining the Fentybeauty bronzer in this right now. So I'm not really able to tell the difference because I went in and I used my Juvia's Place concealer first before using this bronzer, which now I'm kind of regretting because it's blending in together as one, which might be a good thing and also a bad thing. It's a good thing because then it shows that this is my perfect shade and it blends in beautifully, and also might be a bad thing in the sense that the Juvia's Place concealer is actually overpowering the Fentybeauty bronzer, because you do have to remember that bronzer is to bring warmth back to your face, whereas contour is to snatch your face. So right now I'm not able to give a proper conclusion on this bronzer, but it's really hard to tell right now because definitely I do see the Juvia's Place concealer overpowering this bronzer right now, so I might have to try this in a different video. Alrighty, so this is pretty much the end of my makeup. I went ahead and I put my eyebrows on, and I put some eyelashes on, and then I went in with my lips. I went in with this lip stroke by Citizen. I absolutely love this company, and it is black owned also. I believe it's a black owned company also. Then I went in with this Jayla Rule lipstick or lip gloss in the shade, I'm actually not sure what shade this is, it's wiped off. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving my makeup right now. It looks so good. That's pretty much it. So my final thoughts on the main stars of this show. Number one being the Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Molly. I absolutely love this foundation. It looks so nice. My thing with matte foundation sometimes that I may be medium to full coverage is the fact that my skin just doesn't need it. I don't need a full coverage foundation, and the fact that this foundation could be a full coverage foundation is mind-boggling to me, because my skin doesn't feel tight, it doesn't feel weighed down, it doesn't feel like I have a lot on my skin actually, and I'm absolutely loving it. And then moving on to the Huda Beauty Nude Rich palette. I absolutely love this palette. I haven't been a big fan of the newest eyeshadows that have been coming out as of late, so I wanted something that I could wear for every single day but also will match my skin color perfectly, and also tiny. At this point in my life right now, I want something that only one hand can grab. And also, last but not least, the Fentybeauty bronzer in the shade Thick Mint. Again, I'm not able to give a full conclusion on this bronzer because I really think my Juvia's Place concealer overshadowed this bronzer. It does look very pretty, and I will be giving this bronzer another try in my next video that comes out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I am absolutely just loving how everything came out in this. My hair is looking good, the face is looking nice. Like, what? You know the saying, if you feel good, you look good, you know? So it's just radiates through this, and I hope y'all can feel that also while watching this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also share this video out to every single person that you know. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.